What a fabulous game of football we have just witnessed. A genuinely scintillating 90 minutes of football. Arsenal have been completely rattled and shell-shocked by Everton Football Club. They have stunned the footballing world by taking 3 points off of the mighty Arsenal. Only Manchester United were able to do it away from home at Old Trafford, 3-1, and only Newcastle have been able to take a point off of Arsenal. Before then, nobody else had done it, and now Everton, in stunning fashion, under the leadership of Sean Dyche, under the newly invigorated era that is looming over Goodison Park, they have gotten off to a remarkable start. And this guy deserves a lot of credit because he gave Everton fans a taste of utopia today. I have never heard a roar that loud in Goodison Park in some time now at the full-time whistle. His tactical ingenuity, his man management, and just the general team shape today was pretty impressive by Sean Dyche. I genuinely cannot stress that enough. He outclassed Mikel Arteta in that first half. And the second half, it wasn't pretty. Everton just spent the second half basically holding on, fighting, trying to get into the heads of the Arsenal players. You had someone like Onana, who I think was an absolute wind-up merchant. Today, he was so pivotal in breaking up the play, whether it was with tactical fouls, interceptions, intelligent tackles, or just being annoying. He was so key. Even Morpé, when he came on, getting in the face of Granit Xhaka, trying to raise the temperature of the atmosphere, trying to get into the heads of the Arsenal players. This is so important. There are some arts in football that have nothing to do with technical ability or creativity. Sometimes it just comes down to being an asshole. Sometimes you need to be a wind-up merchant and you need to get into the head of the opposition so that things start to swing your way. So that suddenly, when they get a good half chance on the edge of the box, they sky it into Rosette. Suddenly, a simple chance on the back post becomes excessively more difficult because of the roar from the crowd, the energy, the passion, the desire surrounding Goodison Park today. And that's exactly what Everton did in that second half. And I tell you what, Arsenal, for all their efforts, just never seemed in control of the game. And I think that's because of the way Everton defended. They played in this 4-1-4 shape. They were very compact. And I tell you what, every time Bakayoko Saka came down this left-hand side, you had the Everton left back and Iwobi essentially always 2v1ing him. It was actually magnificent. They never wavered throughout the entire game. Bakayoko Saka could never really get in on this left-hand side. I mean, well, it would have been his right, but Everton's left. Whether he tried to cut in to go inside, he couldn't because they blocked that path. If he tried to pass back, it was a lot more difficult. He had to go all the way back to Ben White, who was either chilling on the back here or somebody else who was alternatively in that position. He could never really get the cross in on the byline or cut in. He didn't have the option today. And because Arsenal generally play with inverted wingbacks and generally you don't really see Zinchenko and Ben White always bombing forward because that gets very predictable after some time, there was no outlet out wide for Arsenal, and that's why they struggled. They couldn't go through the middle, they couldn't go out wide, and there just was no space to penetrate. And even the few moments that Arsenal had to genuinely get an opportunity, there was always someone putting a foot in. There was always someone coming in with a tackle. There was always a tasty tackle around the corner. And I think that played into the psyche of the Arsenal players. So for the first time this season, I can say confidently that Mikel Arteta got it wrong. Because against Newcastle, Arsenal were the better team. Against Manchester United, I will maintain this. I don't care if Manchester United fans get upset. I'm not going to be biased on this just because I'm a United fan. Arsenal were the better team at Old Trafford despite losing 3-1. But today, for the first time this season, Arsenal were not the better team. For the first time this season, Arsenal were second best. Arsenal looked rattled. Arsenal just didn't have control at any point throughout the 90 minutes. And there was no moment in that game, apart from at halftime, where I thought, you know what, Arsenal might win this. Because when Everton missed those chances, I kind of thought to myself, yeah, Arsenal are going to make some adjustments. They're going to come out in the second half and they're going to punish Everton for missing those 3 big chances. But it just never happened. And as the half started to grow, Everton grew in confidence. The crowd started making noise. The crowd started getting behind the players. And then the magical moment, McNeil assist, Tarkowski goal, Sean Dyche jubilation. Burnley 2.0 reincarnated. Unbelievable. Oh my word. I love football. I love football. I don't know if I'll love football later if Manchester United are to lose to Crystal Palace, but for now, I love football. It's a genuinely amazing sport because of things like this. And for me, this doesn't really change anything for Arsenal. At the end of the day, you were never really going to win every game of this season. But it does start to beg the question, do Arsenal have the mental fortitude to bounce back? Are Arsenal going to bottle it, or are they going to continue on their charge towards the Premier League title? This game changes everything. It feels genuinely significant in context of the title race, especially if Manchester City go and beat Tottenham later on this weekend. But I guess we'll just have to see. For me, I'm not going to sit on the fence. I still believe Arsenal are going to win the league, but if performances like this continue, that opinion might change very quickly. And Everton, I don't know how they've pulled it off, because a team in 19th place should never be beating the Premier League champions-elect in this fashion, right? It's not like Arsenal deserved to win and Everton just got lucky because of a dodgy penalty. They were actually good, and that's the scary part. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts were on the game, whether you're an Arsenal fan or not. Peace.